Hey guys, welcome back. We are picking up right where we left off pretty much. The only thing I've done is kind of get the prep work. Put this together and this. That's it. So we're gonna start working on our little setup here. I didn't even run the belts about that. Oh well. We're gonna start getting things ready for our rotors, motors, and modular frames. So we've got 150 copper and we've got 540 total iron. If I had Mark IVs, I'd have it. I'd have 600 iron for the only difference. Guess we'll start off running the belts. Might have a few cuts throughout this episode just to make things a little bit easier, but I'm wrong. That's just so I don't bore you all to tears. Really wish I had a jetpack. Whoa! Hello! Okay, I guess we're going down here now. Where's my ladder? I deleted my ladder. Okay. Wow. Anywho, brain fart. That one's good. That one's good. Okay. I had to flip everything. I didn't realize that this was my copper. Not this one. This one was my copper. I had it so this one was iron and this one was iron. But all of these faced that way. And then this one was copper. Yeah, so that had to change. It worked out. Sort of. Okay. There's that. We will run power shortly. So much more difficult to do that smoothly with smelters because they're so small. By the time you line yourself up, you're done. Anyway, we need mergers. Yeah. I am, just so everybody knows, next week I am out of town. I'm gonna try to get enough recorded throughout the week this week so that there will be an episode while I'm out. I'm gonna try to do all three. Is it 3 games we're doing right now? That sounds right. We have Satisfactory, we have Car Mechanic Simulator, we have Schedule 1. I think that's it. I might start one of the others. I don't think I'm going to go through all that, though. We need to work on what we've got, although my ADD may disagree. We'll see how it goes. Regardless, I'm going to attempt to make sure that you guys have an episode both for this week and for next. That way, when I get back, I can get back on schedule. I need to get back into streaming. I've been really slacking lately because I've been trying to fix some issues with my computer. Largely with my audio. My understanding is that my microphone's noise filter keeps filtering out my voice, which is super. But luckily, I got the sound portion of my audio all resolved. I think I talked about that in the last episode by replacing my headset. Now, if I can just figure out the noise cancellation problem. Noise cancellation isn't the worst thing, though. It's just annoying for people who are in chat with me. And hopefully not for you guys. All right. Anyway. What do we need? So... How much do you make? Not much. Fairly cheap, though. This is probably the one we'll do, since we're going to need a fair few of these. It shouldn't... Well, I say that. 250 screws, that would take half of these, I think. No, it would take... Oh, it's annoying. 3.5. So basically, is that right? No, 100, 200. Yeah, it would take 2.5, not 3.5. So that would make those. Let me give us 15. And probably the recipe I would go with. So then if I use 2.5, 4 total, it would be enough to make the screws necessary. Sorry, I'm mathing this in my head. So, okay, so we got 2.5 is 250. 140, let's call it the rest of these. So then I would need... Okay, so I need, what is that? 5.5? Something like that. Make all the screws necessary to make... Oops. Make this. And then this. But it would give me one of the iron plates, give me 7.5, and enough for 2 of these, give me 10 modular frames per minute. After that, we need... what's the 4 per minute for standard? 11 per minute. That's pretty simple. We'll probably go that recipe because it would be pretty simplistic. So we would have mod frames done. Rotors, we'll be using this one, so that's pretty easy. And then motors, obviously, we only can make that. Rotors, though, we'll be making quite a few of those, so we'll be able to store a bunch as well. Maybe even feed some into... Oh, balls. I forgot they require steel. How close is the steel to here? Or iron? Nope. What is it called? Coal. It's far, far over there, but I have some... I think it... Yeah, it's like right over there. I guess I could pull some over here. Aha! Never mind. We're good. I forgot about this. But it's expensive. It would make me 25. How many do I need? Not messing with the quick wire. 15. So I could potentially overclock that. It would give us like 8 per minute. I don't know why I keep exiting. And then here we need nuts. More than that. Might have to end up using a... Alright, you know what? We're just going to do it. I am not a planner. I am not good at making plans. So we're just going to start crafting. First thing we're going to... I don't... Why did I delete that stuff? First things first, I want to get this out of the way. So we're going to go here. We need... Oh, I'm going to get it. These. This is going to be the problem right here. So let's see. Give me one of you. So you go 30 to 20 at full overclock. You need 75 to 50. So if I can bump this down to 45, and I don't have any things on me. So 67.5 iron ingots. That's a craptastic number. So let's change that. Is that how I want to do it? All right. I'm going to cut a break right here and figure a few things out, and I will be right back. All right, we're back. So, what happened to my note? Rotor S, motor S. Okay. Sure. Why are you like that? Weird. It just for funsies. Anyway, we're back. I spent the time to go ahead and do the weirdness that was going to come with the mod frames. So basically, what we've got... Sorry, I'm getting a weird text message. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, pretty simple. It's basically what we said. It just mathed weird. And it's not perfect, but it will work. Basically, we have this line right here broken down by threes. 3 go here to make all of our plates. So you got 30 and 60. I had to duplicate it just to make things work better. Make sure I have enough later down the road to use. So we have our 90 plates that go over here. And then we have 250 screws all being made in these 5. Broken down by another 3 smelters. They get crafted, to there, and then we get 15 frames. They then will come over here, broken down into these 2 assemblers. Over here, we have 250, actually. No, I fixed it. It was 280 screws being made. They will then go over into here. And then these make modular frames. They make 10 per minute. They go storage, upload. Yes? Yes. So next, I believe what we need to do is make... What's the next sensible thing? Probably the stators. Is that right? No, we need to work on this and then stators. Because they both combine into this. Which is mildly annoying. 10 and 10. Oof. That won't be bad. That's pretty easy, actually. What's cheaper and more efficient? This one or this one? You make 11 and a quarter. You need a crap ton of screws. You need no screws and a bunch of, not a bunch, but I can make those pipes really easily with the iron we have left over. So we're probably going to do this one. There's 30 wire and 10 steel pipes for 5 rotors. That's nothing. So 15. So look right there, you can break that down. So ignoring the wire is easy to make. You can make a lot of it really quick. A lot of it. So if you combine that, look, 10 and 15 right there. There's your 25 you get from using. Oh, that's right. It's an absolute crap load of iron ingots. So I would need 200 at least, which I have. We have 270, so I could even break it down a little bit for some extra of both recipes. So we could get two of each of these plus a little bit for each. So it would be, if I have 270, I could use 135 per. How would I break that down? Let's see. This one? No, this one. I would only have 35 of these. So it's still an additional 8. So the 8 per minute. It's not great, but those 8 bonus, 8.75. Oh, that's gonna be a pain in the balls to break that down. Uh, let's see, 8.75. Let's just go with 15% and we'll work our way. Okay, that's not even close. 40%, I said. Let's do. Well, I could just cut it in half. Huh. Okay, we're back. Hello. It has occurred to me that for all or at least part of this episode, I have had myself muted. Neat, right? Yeah. So, my bad. So just in case, we're gonna revisit a couple of things. I don't have editing software, so I can't exactly go back and do a voiceover. If you know of any good free editing software, let me know. So anyway, the last cut we paused so I could go get some power shards started. I had some in my what's it, dimensional depot, so I pulled those out and I was able to make about 100. And then I went over and I got these all pretty much from one location. If you don't know, because didn't get these power shards when I went and got all the other stuff. But if you didn't know, if you go on the other side of that giant cliff, there's a big like rocky spire sort of area. You can go over there and it's a lot of climbing, a lot of up and down and going across and crisscrossing diagonals and blah 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 blah. But if you can go over there, especially if you have the jetpack, you can get a crap load of slugs pretty quickly. Only about a day in game has passed, so that's what 30 minutes to an hour at most. So I haven't been gone all that long. We're gonna go ahead and throw these in here. We'll start with the blues. We got 50 blues, 26 purple, and 41 yellows. So we're gonna let those go, and we're gonna come over here and again, talk again about what we've been doing this episode. If you already know this, feel free to tune it out. I have to find where I was. Oh, I was over here in the corner. Yeah. There we go. Oh, cave under me. Yeah, right. Man, that's close to the surface. Loud. Forgot that was there. Okay. Woo, 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 woo. Okay. There we go. All right, just to revisit things a little bit, we're gonna do the short and sweet version. We have a bunch of iron being made, a bunch of copper being made. Things are being split and split and separated. We have over there, we have iron ingots, no, iron plates being made. A whole lot of screws being made. They're all being divvied between this machine to make reinforced iron plates, and these two. These two are making uh, modular frames that then go into here. Ignore those three. They're just basically living notes for me. Over here, we've got copper. Copper ingots being made. They're going to go in here and just make a whole bunch of wire. Each one of these is going to be 200% overclocked. Wire is going to be broken down. Well, not broken down, but split up and divided between rotors and more rotors and stators. These are just split between different mathematics. Basically, I was using this one to give me the full 100% reading, and then the last bit will have to be broken down into smaller percentages. But that's what that's going to do, and and it's the same with this whole last row of iron. So all of this was done with just this row of iron ingots. It's 9 machines here, 9 machines here. This is broken down into 3, 3, and 3 to do screws, plates, and more screws. Bah. This, I'm doing nothing with these. I'm not going to convert them into plates or screws or anything. Only thing, okay, I say nothing's wrong, but only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring them over here, and they're going to become steel pipes. That's it. That's it. And then they're just going to get divvied up. 135 for stators, 135 for rotors. And we'll be done with that. Part of the 35 and 35 portions will be split off and moved to storage for my own access and building. It's not very efficient, but it's one node of copper and basically in one node of iron. What else could you ask for? Uh, Once we start building up on the giant platform over there, we'll have much more complex stuff because we'll have a lot more things being produced from a singular node. But anyway, the 100 and 100 will be going to each of these for iron or the steel pipes, and it's actually going to be really easy because each of the 100, so the 200 iron ingots will make a grand total of 50 steel pipes, which will allow for an even split. 10 steel pipes here, one more for 10 steel pipes, which leaves us 30. And that will break down here, 15 and 15. So we'll get 10 stators per minute out of this, out of the 100, and we'll get how much? 10 rotors. Those will combine very neatly into motors, which I will then be using the Sommersloop to duplicate because it's not going to produce very many per minute, and I need it to produce more. That being said, let's throw it down and get it built, shall we? So first things first, I need to go... Oh, are you all done already? No. Okay. It makes no... What's happening? There it goes. My buttons weren't working. I should have turned that around. Oh well, it doesn't make any difference. This is the part of things where I start getting sloppy because I just want it done. Always feel kind of silly spending all this time and effort early in the game, getting things really neat and tidy. And it's purely because I just want it to be clean. But I don't like doing it because of this. While I like it being clean, I also feel silly because it's kind of redundant. Because it's all going to go away. I'm going to delete all of it. Not right away, obviously, but it would be too long. Okay. So we got all you guys. So I've got, how much is it? 60 times 5 is 300? Is that right? Yeah. So I've got 300 of these, and I think I ended up needing, it was something like 200, I think. Oh, 210 maybe? I can't remember. All right, you. Uh, I need this to go into, we'll get to it. It's not important right now. Oh, you're not going to all fit on one belt. As long as I don't need more than 270, I don't think I care, in all honesty. Let me go redo the math, yeah? I don't need those. This is supposed to be a really good recipe. I'll take it. Oh, that's right. While I was getting power slugs, I found a few more hard drives that I apparently had forgotten to unlock. Alright, so we need 60 there. Jeez, sorry guys. Keep yawning. and 80 there. So that's 140. So, and then that's right. These two evened out to about 25 total, or 50 total. So what was it? 140? So what did I need? Is that right? 80 and 60. Yeah, 140 plus 50. So 190. Yeah. Let's just take this over here and we'll just split that. Oh wait, I would rather do a smart splitter. Alright. What the heck? Ugh, hit the wrong button. And then we'll take you overflow out to the right. You will go, probably put it over here somewhere. You need to come along over here. I'm gonna be really obnoxious about this, I'm sorry. Let's do this real quick. Okay, that'll do for that. And then we'll even do something even more obnoxious like this. That lined up. Yeah, actually. There we go. Solved, sort of. That'll hurt a little. There. Resolved. I want like a sled in this game. Alright, back to it. So that's done. Sort of. I gotta argue with all this still. We're gonna move you. Yeah, you stay there. I need... My camera is going off like crazy out back. These. I need one. Just two should be enough. So give me you. And you. There we go. So to make 33, 375. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. 375, but these are all, yeah, 8.75 and 8.7. What? I did something wrong somewhere. 135, 135 is 170 or 270. So that evens out there. 100 per minute gives you 25. Oh, I'm an idiot. Yeah, we're good. 875. Ugh. So then those are done. I just need to divvy out the wire. So I need 3 of each of these. We're going to do this a little unorthodox, I think. So let's do stator, stator. We're going to do a small gap. Come on. There you go. Rotor. Stator. Rotor. Okay, so you're going to be, let's just say, rotor at balls. I deleted the ones with my math on them. And yeah, stator. All right, so I need to make this 8.75. Let's say 85, 58.5? No, 3. 4. Okay. No, this one's the 87.5. Okay. So, like we said before, nope. These two are really easy because albeit they're very slow. Whoa, where'd you go? Nope, wrong. Did I do that on the other one too? They're very slow, but we're gonna... How bad is the power jump on that? We'll find out. We already used half of our available power. Yep, I sure did turn that backwards. There we go. Okay. All right. So that part is resolved for us. It's going to cost a stupid amount of power. But I'll get 5 per minute, which those aren't too important. And I'll get 8 per minute. Also not terribly important, but I will need them for sure. So you are going to make stator and stator. That was a bigger gap than I thought it was. And you're gonna be rotor and rotor. Okay. Oh man. And then you two will combine to form Captain Planet. You'll be a motor. You'll only give me 5, so now you'll give me 10. There we go. That's good to go. Now we got to get you moved. And why did I make this so damn complicated? Come on. Okay. Will you match up to anything? No. That's alright. Although I do need to fix this one. Oh my god, just delete, please. Let's do like that. Kind of dumb. Not lined up, but it's fine. Alright. Nope. Come on. I'm so glad they left this little trick in the game. It's one of those things that was if what I heard was true, it's one of those things that was actually originally a bug, but ended up being so useful that they made sure it stayed in the game. Good, the douchebag's back. Oh no, sorry. I don't know if y'all could hear that. There's some guy who I don't know if he just got the car and he's really proud of it. Some kid, he got a Challenger and it's obnoxiously loud. I don't mind a loud car if it sounds good. And honestly, this car does not sound bad. But he likes to wait until he's in front of people's houses and rev the engine. It's very, very obnoxious. I didn't need that. Can I wiggle both of these through? Oh, wait. Never mind. I'm dumb. Let's do it like this. There. That will solve that. That will solve that. And you can... Will you allow that? No. How about that? That? That'll work. Alright. How bad is that? That's terrible. Wonder, can I do this? Too far. Why are you like this? Stop it. No, God. So dumb. So dumb. Stop snapping. I don't want you to snap. Ugh, forget it. Let's see if we can do it this way. Really? You're not going to let me? Okay. It'll work. Really ugly and weirdly bendy, but it'll work. All right. So there to there. And let's do that. That. All right. There it is. I will go get this cut on. And that will be that. Yeah, I guess that'll be the first thing we kind of get into next episode. I'm gonna go get it powered up, run some tests, make sure everything runs well, and we will, I guess, see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.